Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Okay, so today we're going to talk about hypergamy just a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to give you the definition and then go into the video. Okay, I'm going to read this right out. Okay, hypergamy is the practice of marrying or forming relationships with partners of a higher social status, wealth, or prestige, often described as marrying up, dating up. While it's a concept most often discussed in relation to women seeking men with more resources for stability, it can involve any pairing where one partner is higher standing in areas like income, education, or social standing, and its prevalence is debated but persists in various forms even as women gain economic independence. So notice how it says, let me find it again, can involve pairing where one partner is areas like, okay, so it's income, education, or social standing, okay? So it's not just money. This is where a lot of you guys, I think you think you have no power because you don't have money. I'm telling you, there's another form of power, and I teach you how to do it in my course, Crack the Female Code. Now here's the other deal. It can help you to increase your income as well. Okay, so I was in San Francisco, Chestnut, in the Marina. By the way, the Marina is, if not the most wealthy, it's the second most wealthiest area of San Francisco. San Francisco, the Bay Area, is a very, very wealthy area. So if you're in the wealthiest area of San Francisco, you're in the wealthiest area. So I'm at the Apple store, very nice Apple store, by the way, one of my favorite. And this guy walks up and he's trying to impress me. Now he's about 50, I don't know, 49, 50, 51, 52. And, you know, he's 6'2" and he's trying to impress me and trying to talk about my bike. And now he's got a fixie and, you know, all this stuff. And it was really embarrassing, to be quite honest. Not for me, for him. I just looked like, oh, okay. It was just like over the top. Like, I'm special. I'm somebody. I've got a fixie. I'm a tough guy. Well, I don't really consider riding fixies being a tough guy, but I think it's kind of part of the culture. Now, here's the deal. The guy was very wealthy. It was very obvious the guy was very wealthy, okay? And it was, how to explain this? His social skills were very lacking. And the way he was going about trying to say, I'm important, look at me, I'm somebody, everybody in the room felt cringe. So guess what? Nobody wanted to talk to the guy. Nobody wanted to be with the guy. And no girl was going to date that guy in the entire store. Guess who they walked up to? Me. Now, here's the deal. There's something called social power, or what I call social power. Social power will trump money in a heartbeat, okay? Even with people who have money. One example, I was in the Piedmont at a friend of mine, he was actually a client, he became a friend, very, very, very wealthy guy, but socially, very, very awkward. But he lived in a neighborhood where there was Nobel Peace Prize winners, there was a judge, there were some senators, and on, and all these people came to this party he threw. He invited me there, and guess who everybody wanted to talk to? Me. It impressed the hell out of him. And here's the thing. I didn't lie. I said, no, I'm just a personal development coach. Yeah, I don't make that much money, but I was really blunt. And here's the thing. It didn't matter. It's because of what we call social presence, just being very comfortable with yourself. This is what you learn in the course, Crack the Female Code. See, okay, here's what my friend said. He literally paid me $600 afterwards. Now, this was a different party. I told you a story about a similar party for his kids, but this was just, I think it was a 4th of July party, if I remember right. So he paid me $600, and this time I accepted because before I thought, dude, it's for your kids' party. I'm not going to let you pay me $600 for that. Well, I'm like, well, what's this for? He goes, well, the reason why I brought you because I knew you could get the party, get the people talking. He goes, didn't you notice how uptight it was? I'm like, oh yeah, like nobody was talking. Everyone's just kind of drinking their drinks and looking at each other. So what happened is women slowly started to talk to me one by one, then another one. Then there was like a crowd of people. Next thing you know, the whole party, everyone's enjoying themselves and talking. Normally, overshadowing him like that would have made him really pissed off at me. Now, if you've learned not the Art of War, but what's the other one? It's called Power by, he wrote a book called Seduction, The Art of Seduction. He also wrote a book called, I think it's called The Art of Power. I'm not sure. Actually, it's right here. Hold on, let me go get it. It's called The 48 Laws of Power. And one of the rules is you don't want to outshine the owner, the leader, the general, because it's going to piss him off. Okay, now here's the deal. He didn't care because he's a fairly introverted person and he feels nervous around people, etc., etc. So especially in like party social situations at work, the guy's a powerhouse, man. He's the boss. So he was like, no, no, no. He goes, you did great. He goes, because he was so concerned about having this party go over well, he would do anything to make that happen. So he was actually really happy that people warmed up to me. I'm not rich. I'm not tall. I'm not famous. In fact, I walked in, no one knew who I was. Women can see this in a man a heartbeat away. You could be at the grocery store. You could be at the Apple store. Okay? This is very, very attractive to women. There are step-by-step processes that you can use to gain rapport with people, to gain social influence, and on, which, like, this is the Matrix. This was the #1 club in San Francisco from the 2000s till about the lockdowns or just before the lockdowns. That was my club. I would literally tell people, this is my club. They're like, really? And I'd go up to the bouncer, hey, Jerry, whose club is this? He goes, it's your club, Mike. Now, I didn't own the club, but pretty much everyone there knew me. Everyone loved me. Now, here's the thing. I wasn't like this social butterfly trying to impress people. I just went in and talked to a girl. I minded my own business. And slowly the bouncer like, hey, man, my name's so-and-so. What's your name? People would want to meet me over a period of time, not because I was flashing money, not because I was this big, tall, muscular dude on steroids. Nothing. It was just because I was a sociable, nice, easygoing guy. One of the keys I'll teach you is how to open up. When you open up, it helps people to feel comfortable with you. This is a really important thing. If you can be around a lot of people and gain this level of comfortableness with yourself, people want to talk to you. One of the things about me, no matter where I go, I make friends. Like Gold Gate Bridge, I am meeting people all the time, and I never approach anybody. They always walk over. They always touch me on the shoulder. They always say, hey, can you help me? Or, do you know where this is? I'm lost. It's always something, and that leads into, hey, do you want to go with me? Or, hey, let's go get a bite to eat. Or, hey, let's go to the coffee shop and talk. By the way, there's a coffee shop. It's called I forgot what it's called, the Roundhouse Cafe or something like that. It's up on top. So anyways, being social isn't knowing what to say or the right thing to say and having all these memorized things. Being social is just being comfortable with yourself. Even being comfortable just listening to what someone's saying and not having to say anything at all. And yes, this is one of the mastery things that I teach in my course, Crack the Female Code. It has to do with the internal awareness techniques that I teach. And there's a lot of things I'm going to be doing working with your energy while we're walking through this process. So let's go back to hypergamy. So here's the deal. Women, even ugly women, I'm serious. I'm not trying to be mean. Overweight women, women that just don't take care of themselves, they always have a multitude of men that are trying to talk to them. Because the modern male essentially is desperate. Most men, even good-looking men, are just desperate because of the way things are going. Women are making more money. They're getting more women graduate with master's degrees than men, and that's been true for about, I think, 20 years now, or at least 15 years now. And yet, every woman is looking for that guy who has that special something that makes them, I don't like to use those words. By the way, if you're thinking alpha male, that is not what I do. I don't teach the alpha male bullshit because it's bullshit. It makes you argue and fight with other dudes. And this is not, hey, let's go hang out with some dudes. If you guys want to hang out with some dudes, do the red pill movement or go to the men going their own way, and you guys can hang out and have pizza together and support each other's let's be alone together. Every woman's looking for a guy who's comfortable with themselves socially. That's probably without using, I'm trying to find a word that will fit that doesn't go into the ego sphere. The whole ego talk is bullshit. So essentially hypergamy is when people are looking to date up, whether it's financial, social, or what was the other one it said? Education, that was the other one. It's kind of a surprising one. I don't know why education would be, but I get apparently intellectual. Here's the thing. I'm at this party at Piedmont. We have 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners. These are intellectual people. We've got senators. We've got people that graduated from Harvard, Berkeley, Stanford. I mean, the great schools of the world. And I'm the one everyone wants to talk to because these men are socially awkward. They're socially insecure. But these are rich, powerful, famous men in their fields and in their world. And they're in their world. They're in Piedmont. They're in Berkeley. They're in San Francisco Bay Area. It's like, how much more can it be their world? And yet I literally walked into the very core of their world. People were talking to me. And here's the deal. These men warmed right up to me. Hey, my name's so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. Nice to meet you. And, see, here's the thing. If you think I'm talking ego, I'm not. It's when you completely let go of your ego, other people let go of their egos and they open up. There's a power in just letting go of ego, in being socially comfortable. So all these men had what other men think, intellectual power, educational levels. Like, I graduated with my doctorate degree from Stanford. Well, I graduated with 2 doctorate degrees from Stanford and Berkeley and Harvard. And then there's the financial power. There was, by the way, the house we were in, I think, was a $7.7 million home. It was a beautiful home. I didn't have any of this so-called male power. I just had social power, and guess what? That's what people gravitate towards. I could literally be in Washington, D.C. at a presidential party. People are going to be uptight and nervous and stressed because they're all intellectual introverts, and they're all nervous, and they're all trying to do the right or wrong thing, and they're stressed. And here I walk in, hey, how's it going? I walk in, hey, man, how's it going? I actually do this. I actually do this at a lot of places like that, and it kind of throws people off. Like, who's this guy? I'm really good at breaking the tension at gatherings and groups and stuff like that, and it's because I'm comfortable with myself, and that's what the internal awareness techniques will do for you after you get good at developing them and getting comfortable with them. So here's the thing about hypergamy: women are always looking to date up. That's very true. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You should start looking to date up. You should start looking to date up with women that make more money, higher education, and better looking. Now, I'm just under 5'9", about 5'8", and like what was it, like 15/16 or something like that. Just a sliver under. And I ended up dating a model. She was 6'1". She was also a nurse, so she made pretty good money. I think she was making 90 grand at the time, and she was modeling, whenever she could. So she'd always make like 100 grand or whatever it was she made at these modeling shoots. So she made, she had good money, and she was taller than me. And she was gorgeous. I dated her for a while until she moved back to the Midwest. She got a better opportunity back there, a job opportunity. Alright, so here is the gist of this video. This is what this video is really about. So we've established hypergamy. We've established there's more than one way to gain a form of power that women are attracted to. And by the way, social power is absolutely the number one power women are looking for, because you can have people that are literally worth like tens of millions, even hundreds of millions of dollars, where people don't want to talk to them. People don't want to have nothing to do with them. And they're not influential at all. They're not influential at all. They just found a way to make a lot of money. So here's the deal. I'm going to be really blunt about something, just cut right to the chase. If a woman gives you any kind of friction at all, leave. Be done with her. Don't ever talk to her. Don't ever call her back. Believe it or not, but this is what builds up your self-esteem. If you do it the other way, where you're trying to chase a woman who's, she's kind of objectifying the thing. She's not going along with, the flow. She's just kind of cranky. She's not attracted. Just move on. Unless, I'm going to add this in here, but it's really not part of this video. Unless you take my course, Crack the Female Code, and you learn how to trigger her mating system and melt her heart. There's a very specific way to do that. Now, with me, if a woman gives me friction, I'm not going to waste my time with her. I literally just move on. Okay, here's the reason why you want to move on. Women always have a multitude of men in rotation, including women that are overweight and not good looking, okay? Just being honest. So here's the deal. There's a guy that's always at the top of her list. Everyone else is just kind of there. Oh, I'm horny. I need sexual satisfaction. Oh, I'm lonely. I need someone to spend time with. Oh, my heart's breaking because this guy's not calling me. I need a shoulder to cry on. Like, there's different roles. You're her friend. You're emotional support. You're a financial dude. See, a lot of you guys think it's about money. No, I'm telling you, she's just using you. If you're giving a woman money, it's just a financial drain, dude. She doesn't give a shit about you. Okay, so here's the deal. If a woman is just not going along, and it's just she's not really like, I don't know. I don't want to say going along with the program, because I'm not saying like you're creating something where her to follow, like jump through hoops. That's not. I just mean she's not like into it. She's not going out with you. She's not. So if she's giving you friction, arguing, saying, "Oh, I'm not in the mood. I gotta wash my hair," don't ever talk to her again. Okay, let's put this in perspective. Let's say you got a buddy at work or someone you know, and you call them or you text them, say, "Hey man, let's go out and get some beer tonight or tomorrow night or whatever," and they text you back like, "Yes, fuck off," or "Dude, I don't want to. I'm not interested," or "I'm staying in," whatever. Let's say he says, "I'm washing my hair," right? That's just what women will say sometimes. Here's the deal: you're not going to sit there and keep texting him to try to convince him. You're not going to text me like, "Oh, come on, man, it'll be a really good time, and there's a special band playing, or it's on, drinks are on me." Like, you're not going to do that. You're just going to be like, "Oh, okay, well, whatever." Guess what? It's the same thing with a woman. If you keep texting her, it's not going to convince her. It's just going to irritate her. It's just going to piss her off. So here's the deal. When that happens with me, I never contact them again, ever. If they contact me and let's say she is pretty hot and I actually do like her or whatever, then I'll go out with her. If she says, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I really want to see you," then I'll go out with her. But let's say she doesn't show up. I will never fucking talk to her again. Fuck her. Let's say, I don't know, let's say she cancels last minute. I'm done. That's it. 2 times. Okay, here's a rule that I have. I have a 2 strikes and you're out rule, especially early on. Unless, okay, she literally got in an accident. She broke her back, she broke both her legs, and she broke her jaw, and she literally can't talk, and she's paralyzed from the neck down, and she can't text. My point being is anybody can fucking text you and say, "Hey, I was in an accident. I'm at the hospital. Can't make it." Do you get it? So it has to be that fucking bad. It can't be like, "Oh, I changed my mind. Oh, I'm not in the mood." You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, "Oh, okay, well, guess you're not in the mood to be with me. See you later. Bye." Now, it may not seem like it at the time, but it really is a very empowering thing when you're like, "Oh, okay, just move on to the next one." And now, again, here's the advantage I have. I'm a very grounded guy because I practice the techniques. I actually do them. And I know how to communicate and use my body language in a way that attracts women and turns women on. Period. End of sentence. If you have this ability, you don't really give a shit if a woman blows you off. You're like, "Oh, okay. Let me tell you something." Okay, watch this. Whenever I do that and just cut them off cold turkey just like that, they're like, "Oh, damn. Wait a minute. Whoa. Oh, shit, I think I misunderstood this guy." See, they're so used to men being desperate. They're so used to men, calling her a couple days later, texting her at the weekend, or texting her 5 days later, like, "Oh, hey, just see how you're doing." Whereas I just go dead silent. And they're just, whoa. I've actually had women come back months later saying, "Hey, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I thought you were just like all the other guys." I'm like, "Oh, what do you mean by that?" And I'll make them state it. And they'll say, "Yeah, I'm not really interested in someone like you. I gotta go. Bye." It's really intriguing when they meet a guy who doesn't chase them, when they meet a guy who's not desperate. In all sincerity, it really started when I finally learned to... It's like I got hurt really bad. I put this in the last video. I got hurt so bad by this girl that I didn't date for a year, a little bit more than that. And then when I went on my first date, this girl was just being rude. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I also had my defense shield up even before I went on the date because I got hurt so bad before. That wasn't the only time I got hurt. That I was literally, it was kind of at first I didn't realize it, but I was looking for a reason to get out of the date. Something shifted, the power dynamic shifted. That's all I'm trying to say at this point. And then I did it on the next date, and I walked out on that date too, and something inside me felt better. And they texted me. Here's what it was. They called me. They didn't text. They fucking called me and said, "Hey, where are you?" Like, their whole tone was different versus nagging. It's just completely like, "Hey, where are you? Are you still in the bathroom?" It went from I could give a fuck about you to where are you? Where'd you go? It made me feel wanted. That's exactly what it was. And from that point, and here's what happened. Something inside felt good. So from that point forward on, I was just like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to freaking chase me. If you don't want to be with me, hey, that's fine. I'm cool with that. But I'm not going to let you abuse me. I'm not going to let you be disrespectful. And there's something you're confident. It's not even confident. You just start to feel good about yourself, which really is what confidence is. It's feeling comfortable. It's feeling good about yourself. It's feeling good inside emotionally. I'm touching my chest right now with my fist. And here's the funny thing. From that day forward, women have looked at, I'm telling you, I'm going to do this. If you ever come out and do a training with me, I'm going to have you go into a store before me and watch what happens when I interact with women. They look at me different. They lean forward. They try to engage me. They ask questions. They try to pull me into conversation. It's a completely different experience. The funny thing is, it's not ego. I'm not different. I'm the same looking guy. I'm the same person. I'm the same everything. I just made a decision that I'm not going to allow that anymore. And that's what changed it. It's the feeling inside that changed that they're feeling, that they're experiencing. I'll never go back to not feeling good about myself ever again. Fuck that. Here's the worst part. It doesn't get you what you want. Sacrificing your emotions and feelings for someone who's being disrespectful, nagging, like, dude, fuck that. Never again. I'll walk. Here's what it is. My happiness is more important than a woman disrespecting me or treating me like shit, period. Or nagging or being a complainer or any of that bullshit. I want to be happy. I want to feel good. I want to enjoy my life. Anyone who takes that away, they are cut off. And that's what women are looking for in men. Alright guys, that's it. Remember, buy my book, Cracked Female Code. Go to MikeKollin.com or CrackedFemaleCode.com. Remember, click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.